I grew up with gangsters around me. In my family too, I had gangsters as a family. So for me to follow in that footsteps was very easy. Yeah. So people were around us, they were gangsters, we growing up, gangsterism, people selling drugs around you. And eventually I fall into the same footsteps.
Ayo, guess who's
speculating so much.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to yet another episode of Realign with 925. You know, man, we're doing it like we're doing it for TV. Yeah, so today on our episode, let me tell you what happened during the course of the week. I went to this other rehab here in Evander called Yahweh Rafa. I just went there and it was my first time going to rehab. I couldn't believe it, like the way it was so clean. I thought when they talk about rehab, they talk about something like prison, but no, man. There is like people are on vacation, so it's nice, man. I went there and I asked some of the guys to share their story, so they had to give me another guy, go by the name Ethan. So Ethan is here to tell us what's happening, since you know the drill, man. You know what the podcast is all about. So yeah, what's up, Ethan?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro.
I'm good. Nice to have me.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Realign with 925.
Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, this podcast is all about we bringing positivity to people.
Yes.
Since as I just said, I went to the rehab and what I saw, it was amazing, bro. Amazing.
Okay.
So yeah. So I just want you to tell us about your upbringing and where you're from and up until to this stage. But actually, you need to tell me from the age, from school and all that kind of stuff, you know, like your upbringing. Don't leave anything behind.
I'll do so.
Yeah.
Well, we start from the ground level.
Ground level.
From the roots.
From the roots, bro.
Right. Well, I'm from a small community in Boksburg,
Yeah.
Park, colored community. I'm from there. I was born in 1992.
Yeah.
My name's Ethan. So, growing up for me was never a problem. Growing up in a single parent home, growing up with my granny, stuff like that, things wasn't really hard. But how can I say? It was like any other child growing up. So it was quite interesting growing up.
Is it?
Yeah. So we like 12 grandchildren, so a lot of us. So we had a lot of fun growing up. Yeah, so I went to school in Park Primary School. I went to Park Primary School.
Also in Boksburg?
In Boksburg, yes. I completed my primary school. Then from primary school, then at 5, we relocated to East Pretoria. That's where I got more, how can I say, like, my maturity started, where I like became like a
teenager.
Like a teenager, yes. So growing up in Pretoria was quite fun. Nice, different side of you comes out, you know, when you're growing up somewhere else. Then after that, got involved with some gangsterism, you know. Got involved. But me, myself, I wasn't a gangster. I grew up with gangsters around me. In my family too, I had gangsters and family. So for me to follow in that footsteps was very easy. Yeah. Wow. So people were around us, they were gangsters. We're growing up, gangsterism, people selling drugs around you. And eventually I fall into the same footsteps. As I was in grade 10, I started using drugs in grade 10. And from there, life changed.
What kind of drugs you were using?
Well, I was introduced to cat at the time. Still young, I was 17 years of age.
Oh.
And that time, cat just hit the market and we were all caught up with it.
What is a cat? Is it sort of like a nyaupe or some sort of other drugs?
No, how can I say? It's a powder form drug. It's a lot of drugs mixed together. You can say nyaupe is in there too.
Oh, yeah.
Some of it, yeah. But it's kind of drug that keeps you up and vibrant, keeps you alive.
So how do you take it? You sniff it?
Yes, you sniff it.
Oh, okay.
And growing up doing that was quite fun. you know. You like to fit in with your friends, seeing your friends doing it, want to fit in. And it just elevated from there. Started moving with gangsters, moving with guns, robbing people. And that was my lifestyle.
So you were doing that, robbing people with guns.
Yes, robbing people.
So you started having your own gun at the age of 14, 17.
At the age of 17.
How did you get hold of a gun?
Well, we robbed one security and I was the one who eventually took his gun, his firearm. I disarmed him with his own firearm and that was my firearm after that. Yes.
Wow, man. Just rough, man.
And then from there, I just decided, no, why not start robbing people, going to school, robbing people in school, trying to be that gangster.
So you were in school and robbing people in your school?
In my own school, yes, taking phones to get high, to buy drugs. So it was very easy, especially when you have a firearm, when you have a gun with you, it's like, just pull it out and you take it. Yes. And then from there I started selling.
Drugs?
Yes, just went from using, I started selling because I wanted to make some money. Then I started selling drugs, dropped out of school, selling drugs, carried on selling and making money. I left school, thought I was cool, and I left school.
You left school, thought you were cool?
Yes, and making money, selling drugs. At a later stage, it got so heavy that I had to leave Pretoria because things were getting hectic. I was end up in court cases, but I never end up going to court. But things are getting heavy for me. Police come in and look for me, stressing my mom out. And then eventually I had to move and I went back to Boksburg. Getting back to Boksburg, I was out of Boksburg for about 5 years. So I went back and thinking going back, life would be easier. And it just got worse.
Yes.
And joined a gang.
A
gang, yes.
Where in Pretoria?
No, not in Pretoria, in Boksburg, in Windmill Park. It's called Windmill Park.
Okay.
It's a place called Windmill Park. And joined the gang, was doing everything, selling drugs, smoking drugs, partying, having fun. No what the normal you do,
stuff,
yes, the normal youngsters, what we do.
So what made you to decide to sell drugs? Because you were using.
Yes.
There were some people that says, man, you're good, let's just put you in, or you decided to buy it yourself?
No, I decided to buy it myself and start from there because I saw guys growing up next to me, gangsters and drug dealers selling drugs. I wanted to be like them because we already got the title of smoking it, so why not have the title of selling it?
Okay.
And I started selling, and then from there.
Can you just move the mic forward a bit?
And then from there, how can I say, I went back to Pretoria. So my mom and them, they wanted me to finish my schooling career.
Yeah.
They wanted me to finish school because I had a lot of potential, playing soccer in school. So I decided, no, let me go back to school. Let me stop whatever I'm doing, go back to school. And in school, it started again. Mixed with the wrong friends. Well, I wouldn't say the wrong friends, but mixing with people, and from there, you make the wrong choices and end up back. From there was a teacher in the school, my adopted mom. I love this woman so much.
Yeah.
And she adopted me after that. For me, how can I say, being adopted and growing up in another family, it's a privilege. Because where I come from, I wouldn't say life was hard, but it was a privilege to be in another home, being with a mother figure, a father figure, being with brothers that love you. And this teacher adopted me.
So where was your mother by then?
My mother was in Pretoria, staying in Pretoria. She was at home, but I think my mother, she was just sick and tired of me doing the wrong things. She was looking out for me, doing the best, but I was just failing. I was doing wrong things, selling drugs, end up with gangsterism, bringing cops to the house. So I think my mother got tired, and at the time, the teacher saw potential in me, and She adopted me. I was grade 11 at the time. And I relocated to Durban.
With the teacher?
With the teacher. She went back to Durban. She's from Durban, but she was teaching in Pretoria. So I relocated back with her to Durban and got to Durban. Everything just changed. My whole lifestyle changed. Not smoking drugs, not smoking any cigarettes, not being involved with gangsterism, nothing. And my whole life just changed. That's where I found God. Grew up at the time. They had a family. They very godly people, and that's where I found God. And everything in my life just came right.
Is it?
That was back in 2019. So 2019, I was there. So I grew up with a family, very loving family. I really appreciate them. And for me, growing up with them, I wouldn't say it was hard. It's just like any other family. I just adapted.
Yeah.
Yes, and the family loved me. The boys loved me. 5 boys, 4 boys in the house, and they all just loved me. Father of the house, he loved me, and from there, I was part of the family.
Yeah. So I just want to get back a bit because you just told me that you grew up in a family where there were no father figures.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you think some of that it also contributed to what you have become, like to be involved in gangsterism and all that, because there was no person to tell you what actually you need to how to grow up as a man?
I would say, from my point of view, not really. It's the choices that I made myself. My father, he was there, but not like how I wanted him to be there. But as a person, it was a choice for myself. It was my own choice.
Yeah. When you say not how you wanted him to be, how you wanted him to be?
You know, like a normal father being there for his son and
like 24.
Yes. Whenever I need him, yes.
Yeah.
You know, like any other dad. See, like for me, I'm a father to a son, 6 years old, turning 6 in July.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
so I would, how can I say, I would expect that from my father to be there for me whenever I need him.
So you're also going to do right by your son?
I have to do right by him.
So the time you were doing gangsterism, or you were part of the gangsterism, so you because there are fights there, you didn't by any chance stab someone or shoot someone, or where you exchanged bullet with other crew?
Yes, I did plenty of times, and I got stabbed before. Never got shot. I was always the lucky one, ducking from the bullets.
Is it?
Yes,
like,
yes.
For real?
Gunshots firing, I'm ducking, you know. I think at the time it was God saving me. Yes, and I shot someone before. Not proud to say it, but that was the lifestyle. I had to protect myself.
So how was the situation that made you end up shooting him?
But we fought for stupid thing. We were gambling and
dice.
Yes, we were playing dice. You know, us from Joburg, we play dice, so we were gambling and he won my money, so I wanted my money back.
But he won, like you said.
He won and I wanted my money back, you know. By force, I took it by force, and then it just escalated. I had a firearm on me, I just shot him.
Wow.
And for me, it wasn't, how can I say it? It wasn't that easy. But I think it's a life lesson learned. Yes. For where I am now and to where I'm going to, it's lesson learned.
So then you went to Durban. How did you end up to the rehab now?
From Durban, I matriculated, but I failed my matric.
Okay.
So from there, my brother organized me a job in Cecil. Told me no, I must come work in Cecil because he was already here in Cecil working. He's a leader. I'm really looking up to this guy, and he's my support base, and I really see something good in him. And he gave me a job. I came down to Cecil, to Secunda, got interviewed, got the job. I was working. Shut down like shutdowns.
Yeah, the one that maybe wait for 2 months.
2 months,
for a
yes,
month.
yes. First shutdown came, I was working. Second shutdown, and it became a normal thing, and I wouldn't say a normal thing. It became like every year thing, shutdown every year.
Because every year,
Yes, and after that, the company saw my potential and they kept me like on maintenance, working on maintenance, like semi-permanent. I'm working,
Yeah.
and then while I was working, I was doing really good, and I went and do my trade, qualified tradesman, and then eventually I got introduced to crystal meth, where I started smoking crystal meth, and I got really hooked. And how can I say? Not that I'm shy to say it, but the Lord saved me, and by me smoking, I wouldn't advise anyone to start smoking this thing, crystal meth.
So you were smoking while you were working?
While I was working, yes.
So they didn't have this drug test?
No, they normally do drug tests, but you know how it goes. Before we start working, we keep clean, and after testing,
after starting work, they don't do that.
They don't do, but they do still do random. So after testing, then you just start using again.
So how did you get hooked again on crystal meth?
I got hooked whereby I had too much. How can I say? I had too much money because working in Sasolu, you earn quite a lot of money. So I had a lot of money, and it was easy for me just to buy.
So you went there by yourself, or you had friends that they were taking it?
Yes, I had friends that are from Durban, and some are from Moselby, like all around there.
Yeah.
They also came for shutdowns, and some of them, they were from Secunda, and we started smoking together, and it became an everyday thing.
So it didn't affect your work?
At first, it never affected, but as I got deeper into it, it started affecting my work. I started going to work late. Absent from work. Giving, how can I say, when they phoning me, asking me where I'm not coming to work, I'm lying about not going to work, but I'm busy smoking. And everything just escalated from there.
Yes, man.
And ended up, I wouldn't say losing my job, but they never phoned me back to come. So it was like I lost my job. Yes, and how can I say? This one day I was really down and out, and I was, trying to find myself, and I couldn't find myself. But then, as I told about my brother, he's the one that I'm really looking up to, my biological brother, and he like saved my life.
Yeah.
He's the one that put me into the rehab, Yahweh Rafa, and I'm very happy to be there. I'm doing very well, yes.
So to interrupt you, how long did it take your brother to find you and take you to rehab after you lose the job?
It took him about, it took him about 2 to 3 days, because they were phoning me. I wasn't answering my phone, and it's not the first time it happened. I came from rehab before. This was early last year. I came from a rehab, and then he just saw from there that something is happening. That I think he had a feeling that I'm back smoking and doing the wrong thing, because I wasn't answering my phone whenever he phones, because he's the one that when he phones, we answer our phones.
But now all of a
sudden I'm not answering. I just got paid. What's happening? And from there it started. I lost track again, and he's the one he came and looked for me, and he found me, and he brought me to this rehab called Yahweh Rafa. And I'm happy to be there. Not just happy, I'm very blessed to be there. The Lord is working in my life, and one day I want to, be a father to my son, and
you should, man,
make changes in my life. Time has started. I already made a lot of changes in my life, and I'm blessed to be a Yahweh Rafa. It's a life-changing thing. And
because you say your child is 6 years old.
Yes, he's turning 6 in July, 13.
and he can start to see that
start
my
to
father
see.
is not there for me. And
Yes.
yeah, so you should, man.
So I would like to be the father figure in his life, and for me to get my family back, it would be a privilege. That's all I'm longing for, my family. And being in this rehab, it does really show me a lot how to get your family back. You learn a lot of things in the program, during the week while we're in program. So like from Monday to Fridays, we have like program. On the Mondays, we got morning devotions, whereby we go to church in the morning. It's in-house program, so we got a lot of activities going for ourselves. Get to find yourself again. Get to learn more about yourself. Not just yourself, get to know about God. And God is doing a wonderful job.
So because like I the time I went there, you only boys was there, eh? So
Yes.
doesn't the fight break up, or I mean like break out or something like that, or there is somebody who's taking care of those stuff?
No, well, you know, when a lot of lions in a den, something must happen.
Yeah.
So it does break up, but not to the extent whereby someone is getting badly injured or no. There is guys that manage the place, like our SRs, our staff. They do manage the place very well, and they're doing a wonderful job. As myself, I'm an SR, head SR. I'm doing a wonderful job, and I'm happy to do so. You know, ministering in God and helping out in the center. Not just being there in the program, but helping out in the center itself.
Yeah.
Taking my time out to help others. You know, the new guys that come in, it's quite difficult. Well, for me, it was very difficult when I got in there at first.
I
So
was about to ask, how was your first? Because they say the first 3 days of withdrawal, it's
the first 3 days, well, for me, it was the first 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes.
So you were heavy on it.
I was very difficult. I wouldn't lie. So for me, it was difficult, and having my friends around me, people that I used to smoke. Well, my one friend, his name is JP. I didn't know that he is at the rehab at the time. So when I got there, I like saw him. I said, "Oh, JP, you here?"
Also here.
Yes. And I was wondering where you've been, and he was in the rehab. When I got to the rehab, he was already 4 months in his program.
Okay.
So he was doing very good too, and it touched me to see him doing so well, and me coming in and wanting to be so difficult. And as I got in, I think I was still in denial, living in denial, and I think I was still intoxicated with drugs, but that's to wear out first in order for me to get my mind right, and you know.
Yeah.
So there's this one place called Intakes in the center. It's called the Intakes, where everything comes out in a week's time. 5 days it takes to come out. So when you're in Intakes, a lot of things happen there.
Yeah.
A lot of things happen. So for me, it was very difficult. And being in Intakes, sitting there, you know, you no more intoxicated, you no more, how can I say, drugged up. You're just sitting there and you're thinking that you have to come to a realization that you're in a rehab, and things that you can't change on the outside, but the things that you can change now. And it was very hard for me, and I wanted to leave so badly. And my one friend JP, I really look up to him, and me and him, we were, how can I say, we were using on the outside, and meeting him on the inside, it was a privilege for me, and he like motivated me.
The same person that he was outside.
Yes, and he like really motivated me, and today I can go to him, I can ask him anything, and he'll guide me right, and he'll take me in the right path. And for me, being in Intakes, wanting to leave so badly, he just came up to me and told me that I should just endure, and I should take time to reflect on myself and just stay in the program, and I'll see that things will work out for myself, and the Lord will help me out. I didn't believe it at first because, you know,
This guy's
you know, so I was like, JP, he's like, yes, just spend time on yourself, bro. Relax. You'll see. Things will work out for you. And from there, I took it from there.
So why you were so badly wanting to just...
To leave, because I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be on the outside. I was still living in denial. Not realizing I'm at the right place, at the right time, with the right people. So, me being there, I wanted to leave very badly.
So you're blessed now.
And I'm more than blessed.
So from now on, what's your plan? Like after you're done with your rehab, your session and everything, what is your plan?
Well, for me, my plans is to go out there, go back to work, be a father to my son, to his mother, hopefully. By the grace of God, I'll get married to her. And I know the Lord will bless me.
You surely will, man.
Yes, thanks. And to live a normal life, stay sober, encourage the ones that I can encourage, change lives out there. Yes.
So you still do talk with your baby mother?
Yes, we still do talk, but not at the moment.
Because
We're not in contact.
why?
At the center. Like, we just get a certain amount of people that you can speak to. Like in my case, it's my brother. He's my sponsor, so he can tell who I can speak to, who can phone me.
Oh.
Like, he got the right to say who can phone me, who can come visit me, all like that, stuff like that. Yes.
So where is your child now?
He's in Durban.
He's in there.
Yes.
Oh, your girlfriend you went that side and you got a girlfriend.
Everything happened in Durban, and when I came here to Secunda, life happened, and I'm not sad, and I'm not, how can I say, I'm proud of myself to where I am now. And I'm in the program now 3 months, going for my 4th month, and I'm doing very well.
Oh, the program
God
is for
given.
6 months.
Yes, it's 6 months. Depending on yourself, how you find yourself.
It can be longer than that.
Can be longer. You must remember that the people that's in the program, they are staff, and that's people that was in the program too. So they are the people that's monitoring. They can see your behavior, how you working with people, how you doing in the program.
Yeah.
If things are going well with you, if you're progressing in the program. So it's a little bit of a hardship.
Yeah.
Not easy, but with God everything's easy.
Possible.
Yes.
Everything is possible.
Everything.
So now that you're gonna die, you will be done with your session. Do you still want to go back and work your 9 to 5 so you can take care of your kids? Your
Yes,
family,
I would
yourself?
love to. I would love to go back to work and start a family and build my own home. And not have my son growing up the way I grew up.
Because it would help, man, to see your son grow up like the way he did.
Well, for myself, it will be a disappointment.
Yeah.
Because me coming from there, to put him in the same situation, it will be a disappointment.
Because you should be an example.
Yes.
So I just want to ask, maybe any advice that you'd like to give the guys that they might see this and they're still doing the same, like they think they are hardcore, they can do drugs, they can carry guns.
Yes. My advice to them is to get to know God and get to know yourself, because that's not you doing that. It's an evil spirit within you. Get close to God, praise and worship, get into a church, and just go on your knees and pray to God. He will help you out.
Yeah.
From my point of view, God is really working in my life, and I give all praise to Him.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's maybe another thing that you'd like to touch on, or maybe everything you've said it's done. Or
Yeah, I don't have anything to say much, but all I can say is that guys that are still using drugs, that's on drugs, you're not cool at all. We leave it out. Let God take control.
Yeah.
Yes.
But because they say there are some people that find a way to get drugs into some of the rehabs, is it possible or?
Yeah, it is possible, but for us, from the time I've been in a rehab, nothing has come in yet. So I think our system, the way we work things at the rehab, the system of doing things, our management, our staff, all the SRs, I think we're working together, and to bring stuff into the center is very hard. I don't think anything like that will happen. From the time I've been there, nothing like that ever happened. So for me, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then, for those people like, maybe you do know, because there are those people that can't afford to pay for the service and
for the service and rehab.
Their rehab service. So how do you guys help them? Or that should be a question for the person who's on top there.
Well, the rehab is a non-profit organization. So Uncle Mark, his name is Uncle Mark. Uncle Mark can help you out. You can just contact him and he'll take it from there. As a man of God, got a lot of love in his heart. He'll take it from there. You can just phone him, speak to him, tell him what is that you got to offer, or what is it that you have, and whatever is that you're struggling with, and he'll take it from there. Must remember, it's a man of God. His heart's open.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, man. It was great to have you here.
Thanks.
On Realign with 925 podcast. Ethan.
Thanks, yeah.
yeah, guys. Yeah, this is it for our episode today. I hope you're gonna contact me so that maybe I can get you in touch with rehab, so that you can also be able to help whoever is supposed to be helped. This is WITH925 signing out. We're doing it like we're doing it for TV. Come on. Yeah.
Thanks.
Shut man.
You're pushing your bar, you're pushing your band. You're fooling your vibe, you're fooling your vibe. Pushing your bar, you're pushing your band. You're pushing your band. I mean, like, I'm doing this.